Did you know that sometimes going with the flow can be hard work? I'm Marina Ormes, and this is your Astro Vibe for Saturday, May 13th. Today, the moon is in Pisces, which invites us to surrender, to go with the flow, to feel into things and just allow ourselves to let go, right? Let go and go with the flow. However, we also have the planet Saturn in the sign of Pisces, and Saturn makes it so that we have to work for what we want. And so Saturn is that planet that has to do with structures, with hard work, with effort, with needing discipline and creating rules around things. So in this case, with not only Saturn in Pisces, but then the moon additionally going through Pisces and passing by Saturn in the morning, my time, Pacific time, might vary a little bit depending on your time zone. But as that moon passes by Saturn, it kind of activates some of the Saturnian energy of hard work, effort, limitations, and where we need to prove ourselves or earn something. So what does it look like? What does it mean to have to earn the ability to go with the flow? And what might that look like as we move through those energies today? So one thing that can show up if we're working with the energy of Saturn in Pisces and the moon activating that Piscean energy is that we have to earn the right to go with the flow. So you might be noticing things come up in your life that, okay, once I finish this, then I'll be able to go with the flow, or I have to convince myself or convince someone else or defend myself in my need, my ability to go with the flow, to trust my intuition, to trust my ability to allow things to unfold in a natural way. So you have to earn it. Perhaps you may have to take a stand for your right to go with the flow. So that's one thing. Another way that going with the flow can work with that energy of Saturn and bringing in some of that Saturnian effort is that we may need to create some structure, some discipline around creating that flow. So what would that look like? It might mean establishing or reestablishing a practice of creating time for yourself, time to go with the flow, time for meditation, time for yoga, time for a walk in the woods, time for self-care, time for connecting with your dreams and your spiritual needs. So creating some structure, a time of the day when you do that, or a class or something that creates some structure that supports you in consciously bringing in that need to go with the flow and to surrender to what is, right? To open to that bigger picture of the universe and spiritual needs and the flow of what life is bringing you. So thirdly, we've got, and this is working with the energy of Saturn in Pisces, we have the experience of limitations, and that is very Saturnian, the experience of running up against your limitations, finding the rules, the structures, the confines, the challenges that exist in the area of going with the flow in the process of accessing your own ability to surrender. So those limitations could show up in a way that you have to, again, you have to defend yourself. You have to acknowledge your right to go with the flow. Like, I don't have to do X, Y, Z that I'm being told I need to do, or or there might be some way that limitations are showing up in your path as challenges. And how is that challenge, whatever it is that's challenging you, how is it challenging you to relax into a deeper place of surrender to what is and allow what is naturally emerging, flowing, you know, like a river. It's just trying to do its thing and go from point A to point B. And there might be something that's reminding you to let go and let yourself be carried in that river of being, that river that is carrying you to, you know, wherever life is ultimately guiding you. So you may experience some limitations that are inviting you to make a choice, to say yes to surrender, to say yes to trusting yourself, to say I must, to trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to be, just be and go with the flow. So that's some of the ways that Saturnian energy might show up in with the moon in Pisces and having Saturn in Pisces. Saturn also is a great way of creating a container for the watery energy of Pisces. So think about Saturn as that structure that helps you access a bigger picture of your heart's needs, your spiritual needs, and the bigger picture of guidance that comes from your inner wisdom. So that Saturn energy is ultimately there to support us, to help us remember what's important, and to make proactive and positive choices to, you know, to carve it out, to intentionally choose it, to be intentional and somewhat disciplined, right? So somewhat needing to intentionally create structure that allows us to go with the flow. So I'd love to hear what that looks like for you, what that makes you think about, what's showing up in your life and how that might look. Are you carving out some time to go for a walk today? Are you carving out some time in your daily routine for some meditation, for some yoga? I'd love to hear how that's showing up for you. And thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And on this YouTube channel, there are lots of awesome videos. There might be something that speaks to you. So scroll through my videos. There, you know, each one is here for a specific day and a specific energy, but it can also maybe be exactly the thing you need to hear at any given time. So check out my videos. And if you're finding yourself in a funk or needing a little uplifting, get some self-care through watching one of my videos and choosing what speaks to you. All right, thank you so much for being here, for hitting subscribe, which really supports my work, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.